You see this guy on the screen right now? Well, he is a software developer and he actually makes $300,000 a year. And he recently launched a video on his channel called How to Actually Make Money in Tech in 2025. And I thought it'd be great for us to watch his video, react to it, and see if any of his tips would be helpful to us as Shopify developers. And just as a little sneak peek for what the video is going to be about, in his video, he says that he thinks making more money as a developer is not about writing more code. So if it's not about writing more code, what is it about? Let's watch the video and find out.
You're watching coding tutorials at night, building little projects on weekends, maybe even grinding leak code problems, thinking that's your ticket to the tech money everyone talks about. But here's the truth. In 2025, most people trying to break into tech are doing the exact same things, and most of them are still struggling. I've been there before. 7 years ago, I was a 30-year-old English teacher making barely enough to get by. And I was able to turn my life around, becoming a senior developer, earning over $300,000 annually, managing teams at companies doing 7 to 8 figures in revenue. In this video, I'm showing you exactly how to actually make real money in tech in 2025. Not with the outdated advice that worked 5 years ago, but with the specific strategies that are working right now. The tech industry has fundamentally shifted in ways most people haven't realized. In 2025, there are 3 critical changes you need to understand. First, AI integration has eliminated many entry-level coding jobs. Companies that used to hire junior developers to build basic features now use AI tools instead. If your strategy is to learn code and apply everywhere, you're competing against artificial intelligence, not just other developers.
Completely agree with this point, especially when you consider that Shopify, the CEO of Shopify, has publicly come out saying that the entire company adopts AI into their workflows and processes now. And if you've worked on the Shopify store before, you might see tools like Shopify Sidekick or maybe even the new Horizon Shopify theme they released that allows you to use AI to build front-end code directly into your Shopify theme. So the whole purpose behind these tools is to empower Shopify store owners to be able to build new features into their website without needing a developer to do it, which means us developers, if we don't add extra skills on top of our ability to code, we're going to become less valuable, right? Let me actually show you my screen here on the side. I have the Shopify Horizon theme actually set up, and I wanted to show you the AI theme block that they integrated recently. Okay, right now you're seeing the inside of a Shopify theme that I have on my store called Horizon. So inside of Horizon, there is a new section called Custom Section. And the custom section allows you to add a block called a generate. You can literally create a Shopify block for this section using AI prompts. So let's say you created a prompt that said, I want you to create a image lookbook section, showcase all of my best sellers. As you can see, it's actually trying to generate the code for this right now. Now, if you tried this yourself, it's not perfect. It doesn't work perfectly, but Shopify is going to continue to make improvements to this and the other AI tools they have in the background. And all the Shopify apps are going to continue to integrate AI tools as well. So moving forward, if your ability to provide value is literally just, hey, I can code in Shopify Liquid and write JavaScript, I promise you, it's going to become less and less valuable every year. So you have to learn how to develop skills beyond, hey, I can code. Okay, now back to the video.
You're competing against artificial intelligence, not just other developers. Second, the traditional hiring pipeline is broken. Most job boards are flooded with thousands of applicants for each position, and many listings are merely performative. The positions are often filled internally or through networks before they're even posted.
This is actually so true for Shopify developers specifically. If you go on LinkedIn and you do a search for hiring Shopify developer or looking for a Shopify developer, if you look that up, every post you see is going to have hundreds of comments on them, right? They literally get flooded with applicants from all over the world. And in most cases, they hire somebody from their network or some kind of referral that they get from someone that they trust. And even if they don't, they're going to look through the comments and they're going to find people that are reputable and have had a lot more experience building than you. So you're going in not only against AI competition, but against literally a global market full of people that have the same skills that you do. So again, if your value proposition is, hey, I can write code for you, that's not enough anymore. You need more than that.
Third, skills that command premium salaries have completely shifted. Technical specialization now trumps generalized knowledge. I've seen specialized developers with just 1 year of focused experience out earning generalists with 5 years in the field. Let me share a concrete example. When I worked at a software development firm, we built a mental health application for a client. The CEO then asked me to refactor everything so we could reuse components for different organizations. That's when I realized something crucial. Every app needs authentication, chat, and profile management. These core components make up 90% of what most applications require. The developers who could create these modular, reusable components became indispensable, while those who only know how to follow tutorials struggled to provide real value. In 2025, there are 3 specific paths that actually lead to significant income in tech. Path number 1, the specialized developer. This isn't about becoming a full stack or a front end developer anymore. It's about developing expertise in high value specialties that companies desperately need. Security engineers making $175 to $250K. AI integration specialists earning $160 to $220K. Performance optimization experts commanding $140K to $200K. Take Gabe, who was working in insurance while finishing college. Instead of trying to learn everything, he focused exclusively on payment processing systems. Within 90 days, he landed a junior role at Amex, making well over 6 figures. Not because he knew everything, but because he solved one specific, valuable problem better than anyone else. Path number
That is actually an amazing example, and I've seen it happen myself. So a month ago, I went to Shopify Editions and I met this guy that got a job working at Rebuy, which is a Shopify app company. Now, he's not working there as a developer, but I think he works on the marketing team. But the point is, what he did was actually very interesting. He created a list of all the top Shopify apps and looked at all their categories that they are providing value in. And then he aligned his skills with what's needed in those categories. And that made him stand out during the application process. So what he did was he found a specific type of problem he can solve for top Shopify app companies, and he went into the interview process with that in mind, and that actually helped him land the role. Alternatively, you as a developer can find a specific problem you know how to solve. Like here's an example that I know none of you had thought about before. So when I was working with the Shopify Plus company that I used to work with full time, one of the biggest problems we had was with analytics. We would constantly switch between different Shopify apps to help us handle analytics. It was just always a problem that we had. So, as a developer, if you went in to a Shopify Plus company or any Shopify company that's doing at least $10,000 a month or more, like they're making money, right? And you go in and you say, hey, I can help you clean up your analytics setup and help you set it up in a way that it actually helps you make decisions for the company that'll make you more money long term. That is insanely valuable. And that's just one problem you can solve. There's a whole bunch of other problems you can solve for Shopify stores. Like let's say, for example, as a developer, you decided on focusing with helping people with their email marketing setup. Let's say they have Klaviyo, you help them set up automations for Klaviyo or custom scripts with third-party integrations to help them manage their Klaviyo better and to convert more customers in their email marketing campaigns. Again, that is insanely valuable. The point is to just find a specialized problem to solve and be the person solving that problem for them. And you want to make sure that problem is connected to how much money they're making. Because if you solve that problem and they're able to directly make more money or save time, so now they have more time to make more money, oh my God, all of a sudden, now you're valuable and you're able to make more money too.
Number 2, the technical founder. This doesn't mean building the next Facebook. It means identifying specific industry problems and creating focused solutions. SaaS tools for niche industries, specialized automation systems, technical consulting paired with custom software. Minnie, a former florist whose business closed during COVID, built an inventory management system specifically for small flower shops. She now earns multi-five figures implementing her solutions for businesses, not by coding 24/7, but by solving a specific problem that nobody else was addressing effectively. Path
Again, another great example, and this is actually the approach I'm trying to take. I mentioned this on the channel before, but I'm trying to really dive deep into Shopify app development and start putting out some apps on the Shopify App Store. So I'm taking the technical founder route. I'm trying to solve actual problems for Shopify stores in this form of an app, a SaaS application, and make money that way. That's another route you can take as well. The whole point here is finding specific, specialized problems that you as a developer can solve. Now let's watch what path number 3 is.
number 3, the tech adjacent professionals, some of the highest earners in tech barely code at all. Product managers, 145K to 210K. Technical sales, 120K plus commissions. Solutions architects, 165 to 230K. The most valuable skill in tech today isn't coding. It's identifying problems worth solving. Let me show you how this works in practice. I noticed patterns in the components every application needed. Instead of just completing the project, I built a boilerplate foundation I could reuse for future work. I created a GitHub repository with organized documentation and file structures that other developers could also use. This approach, identifying a common problem and creating a reusable solution, now drives every successful tech career I've seen. Here's how to implement this mindset. Observe repetitive.
Okay, so you see what he said there. He said that he recognized the specific components that every app needs, and he created boilerplate code that he can now provide to other developers. He can probably sell that stuff, right? I actually know someone that did this for the Shopify app space. So Shopify has a library called Polaris that you use to create components in the Shopify admin for your app. He created an app that allows you to drag and drop these components together and then export the code and upload it directly to your app. That's insanely useful. Like, I'm going to start using this right now for my own apps. So he identified a problem that developers had and he wanted to provide a solution. So again, the point here is to find a specific problem that you can solve and then just focus on solving that. And I guess another point to make here is that you don't want to think too hard about what the right decision is. You don't want to get into that, like the whole analysis paralysis thing. Just pick something that sounds reasonable and that you heard someone else complain about or that you noticed was a problem yourself, and then just try to solve that problem. And then as you make decisions, you might end up going in a different direction. That's okay, as long as you focus on trying to solve whatever problem is in front of you. Okay, so I've already yapped a lot. I'm going to put this video in the description so you can see what else he has to say about this. Now, if you enjoyed this video, the next video you're going to see on the screen, I think you're going to like it. You'll see it on the bottom left corner. It's the video that YouTube recommends you to watch next. So you definitely want to check that out. And I'm happy to have you here and can't wait to see you in the next video.